My name is Mia Phillip. I am 20 years old and I am a professional figure skater. I got into figure skating when I was about 10 years old. My dad actually took me to the Galleria of Dallas where they had the ice rink. He did not know how to ice skate either, but he thought it would be something fun for me to try. I remember he just put me on the ice, he got me skates, laced up my boots, and then just kind of let me go. And he was watching from the railing, and I basically taught myself how to skate. And it was one of those things where they've got a railing on the inside of the rink, and I just pulled myself along and just kept doing that for like, I think half an hour or so, until I finally got like brave enough to try taking steps and whatnot. And I was watching other people skate. I was trying to imitate them as best I could. I think I must have been on the ice for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours or so, before I finally like was starting to skate on my own. Like very wobbly, I definitely fell a bunch of times, but I was like skating on my own, and my dad was just really excited. He thought that was really cool. My parents got me fitted for skates, which was insane. I think that was just so crazy for me, having my own pair of skates that were so different from like the clunky hockey skates that were at the rental place. I still have them. They're definitely one of my most prized possessions. They're really pretty costumes too, which I just adored. I had this it was a green flapper dress, and it was sequins and glitter, and it was so pretty, and I just absolutely loved it. And I just had a lot of fun, and that's actually what led me to actually joining the drill team. When I finally got contracted, it was definitely, I had to put a lot more effort into skating. I had set hours I needed to make, and so that was a little bit hard the first year, juggling that, because I was skating in the very early mornings. Like I was getting up at 3:30 in the morning to go skate before school, and then I would come home, change into my uniform, and then go to school. To me, the sleep schedule was kind of crazy for me at first. Transitioning to waking up at 3:30 in the morning is not easy for like a 14, 15-year-old. That is just not something you want to do. Still not something I want to do. A lot of my friends make fun of me. It's like I'm either studying, skating, or working. Like I really don't have much of a social life. Usually when I'm off the ice, I'm flailing my hands and I'm being very spastic, and I trip over everything, and it's not a pretty sight. It's just I'm kind of a walking disaster. But on ice, there's a flow to how I move that is just, it's like my brain goes quiet, I guess. It's not something it normally does. So I get to enjoy just this silence, especially like early morning on the rink, where I'm really lucky and there's nobody else there, and I'm just skating by myself, and I'm just going through the movements and whatnot. And it's super still and quiet, and it's very peaceful and calming. And I do remember this one time, it was for a competition. I was skating a routine blind, because I was just very insistent about it. The way the aesthetic of the whole routine was, I was just like, I don't want to be wearing my glasses during it. I just felt like it ruined it. I had a huge complex about my glasses. I hated wearing them. So I skated it blind. I remember everyone being really, really nervous, especially because there were a couple jumps that were a bit tricky, that they were just really worried that I wouldn't land them, or I would get hurt, or just like I would misjudge distance and like run into the wall or something. Because when I tell you I am blind, I am so blind. Like I can't even see like the hand in front of my face without my glasses or my contacts. So it was definitely a concern. And I remember skating through the entire routine, no slip-ups, nothing. It was one of the best run-throughs I'd ever done for that routine, and I was so proud of myself. And I remember striking the ending pose, and I was just like, I was so satisfied. Like I must have been grinning so big. And then my feet went right out from under me, and I just slammed right into the ice. And it was the funniest fall I've ever had, honestly. Like the comedic timing was incredible. If you wanted to get into competition, I would definitely encourage that, just because I find it a lot of fun. But I think that should be something you prioritize, how much fun you're going to have. Don't get into competing just because everyone else is, or because you think you should. you really can just figure skate or ice skate just because you want to. Because you know what they say, haters gonna hate, but skaters gonna skate.